Hey, you're watching Tristar Diggin. My name is Sam. Today's going to be a really cool video because we're going to take these dozers here behind us, which is the Cat D5K2, the John Deere 550J, and the Cat D3. As a matter of fact, that Cat D3 only has an hour and a half on it. There is no paint missing from that blade down there. Today's video is going to be a video where we got a lot of action going on. I'm in Indiana, a place called Spencer, Indiana, and there's folks here from all over the country. I've already met people here from New York, from Texas, some local folks as well, and they're going to be learning how to run these dozers. That's what I'm here for, is to spend a few days helping with training. And we've already got our first stuck vehicle. Cole More Dirt is the one putting on the kind of spearheading the training program here. We'll talk to him in just a minute, but these guys, some of these guys have never been on a bulldozer ever, which is going to be some interesting video if they don't mind me putting them on camera. But stay tuned, it's going to be good. We're going to do all kinds of things today. We're going to step into some of the actual instruction of the instructors that are actually going to be talking about how to teach and how to run a bulldozer. And then we're going to get some action shots. And what I mean by action shots is this looks like a mud bog. This doesn't look like a dozer training course. This is going to be an absolute mess. And it's going to be a good time. And this guy here is Cole Moore. I just mentioned him. You were just stuck there. The day hadn't even started and you were stuck on a golf cart.
My unadopted son Colby, my filmer, got the golf cart stuck. So
no, you were driving it.
I got it unstuck.
Oh, that
yeah,
was.
Had some big old farm boys on there hopping up and down, got the golf cart stuck. I swear if you get the stuck again, I'm going to swing on him. I can't laugh because my ribs are tight.
This is Cole Moore, More Dirt, and kind of spearheading More Dirt Pro.
Yeah.
So just tell us about who you are, what you're trying to accomplish here with this training day.
Well, I just feel like falling back. I was an HVAC guy, a self-taught dirt guy for my dirt bikes. I feel like as I've just shared my story on YouTube, and I just being honest and shared my experience, I went from an HVAC guy to a dirt guy. I bought this house and used equity in my home and started a dirt business. 100% self-taught. I'm like, well, if I can do this, I feel like other people can do this.
Yeah.
And once I started talking about that, people started emailing me and texting me, reaching out to me. I'm like, there's something here. So I felt a calling in the public, and like I said, I turned my faith and started praying on about it. And that helped me align with like my journey and going the church and baptized kind of line together. And here we are.
Yeah.
Up here. And it's actually Morse, not More, which is crazy.
Morse.
More Dirt used to be my Xbox gamer tag.
Oh, really?
And the story behind More Dirt is my best friend's neighbor had a guy, he was a union operator, liked to drink Keystone Light. And he would just go, More Dirt, all the time. I can't even do it because my chest.
He wrecked a dirt bike right before this.
I hit a stump right here, actually, where we're standing, trying to show the guys the property line where the bush hog, and I flipped the end over in my dirt bike on Monday. So I got Bruce Turner and Bruce Ribs.
So I saw the spelling of your name, Morse Dirt.
Yeah, it's
Morse.
Morse, M-O-R-S.
And I've heard you say Morse so many times, I thought, well, the S is silent.
No, I talk so fast, the S would be silent, but no, it's actually Morse. More Dirt was just a randomly. So my Xbox gamer tag, which I'm sure you never played Xbox, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you saying I'm old?
No, I'm just different culture. But when I was a kid, I had More Dirt was my gamer tag. So when I got older, I never had a name for my YouTube. It was just Cole Morris. And I was like, you know what? More Dirt was my Xbox gamer tag. I raced dirt bikes. I was like, I'll start making More Dirt, and then here we are. So God had a plan for me whenever I was 12 years old I didn't know about. So the whole story about me having a dirt bike track, get on tractor, building jumps, to here is insane.
Yeah, that's really cool. You got a lot of guys here from all over the country that are going to be learning how to run a bulldozer the first time too.
And the only thing, that's why I think it's cool that you're here, because your story, how you got the 308 and how to get help loading it. Like when I went and first running my first mini excavator, I couldn't load it. I had someone else load it.
Yeah.
But I can run a dozer because dirt bike jumps. So I'm fishing on a bulldozer and excavator. I'll give myself like a C+ still. I mean, I can dig on grade stuff, but not. I would like to have the system you have so I can pull it straight back. You know what I mean?
All right, well, stay tuned. We're going to have a good time here today, and then there'll be another video for tomorrow. I'm going to also be doing some podcasts on the podcast channel, Potbelly Podcast. So be watching for those. They'll probably be out about the same time this video is here. So stay tuned. It's going to be a good one, and somebody's going to get stuck, hopefully.
I bet it's you. I bet you just put in existence. I bet it's you.
All right, stay tuned.
All right, this is, obviously you can see it's a brand new D3. It's equivalent to that 5 over there. So in the mornings when you want to do your walk-arounds and your checks, this guy, they moved this door over here for your oil, for your dipstick. You look up there, you can check your radiator fluids up in there. And then you're going to check your track tension, make sure the tracks aren't super slacked out. You want to make sure you got good proper traction on your tracks, tension on them. You got your outside cabin filter on this side. For your AC, there's an inside one in the vent in there. If you guys are working in real dusty conditions, I don't know how dusty you guys get around out this way, but it's a good habit. maybe once a week, twice a week. If it's real dusty, pull them filters out, blow them out. Be careful when you blow them out, because if you get the nozzle and too much air too close to the paper elements, you'll tear them.
What you just watched there in the part of this presentation was Jake going over the basics of how to check out a dozer at the beginning of the day. You know, that is probably one of the, probably is the most important thing you can do to start the day, is to check your equipment. You know, I know as far as an owner operator, that is very important to me. As a matter of fact, I had a question one time on the video that said, do I really check my oil every day? Or why is the need to check your oil every day? Is it like it's going to go away? That's one of the best insurance policies that you can ever have, and it is free. It's free insurance. To pull that dipstick out and check and see, one, that you've got oil in it, make two, that you don't have some other kind of foreign fluid in it. And it's really important to keep those things checked. The grease points on a machine will save you a ton of money if you just keep that thing greased and keep it maintenance. So what Jake is going over there this morning, first thing, is beneficial, and I'm glad the way they're doing that is going over that very first thing before they even turn the key on the dozer, because as an owner operator, you're trying to cut your expenses as best you can so that you can put money in your pocket, not put money in the equipment. All right, we are finally going to get started this morning, going over all the information that has been beneficial to these guys. I am going to hop in the old Cat D5K2. This is exactly like my dozer at home. The only thing this one is a LGP. It's a wider track. Mine is an XL. That's the only difference in it. And I'm gonna jump in there. We're gonna get a little bit of work done. Jake's jumping in the D3 there, and what the plan is, they've got this sectioned off in boxes, right? So there's wooden stakes to define a work area. So what we're gonna do is push the grass off. Jake's gonna work in this area. I'm gonna go down to that one, the far end, and push the grass off, get it in windrow, get it out of the way. And there's a dirt pile down there. I'm just gonna kind of spread that out, because what they're gonna teach in this portion of the class is how to stockpile dirt. Basically push the dirt up that we're gonna spread out, push it up into a pile and track pack it and seal it, and to kind of prepare it for, you know, rain or storage. So let's climb in this old D5 here and see what we can get started. I feel like home in here. It'd be bad if it doesn't start. But it did drag a little bit. So Jake, I'm just wondering one thing.
What's that?
I'm sitting over there like I'm at home in the D5, and then you're over here in this fancy new one. How do you rate the new one?
I guess because I'm the instructor, I don't know. I should have gave, you know what? Age before beauty.
Oh,
that one right there.
Now we're talking about my age.
I apologize. I don't know. I don't think I'm that much younger than you really.
All right, we're gonna have fun with it today, that's for sure.
We'll get you on this bad one.
All right.
We'll get you
I'm at home over there though. I know where everything's at.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I figured.
Wanted to accomplish is get that dirt spread out, not the topsoil down there in the grass, but this part right here. They'll take that dozer and learn how to rebuild that pile and track pack it in, get it smoothed out. That's the first things they're going to be learning today. So we'll leave that dozer sitting there cooling off for the next person to jump in it. So Dylan is the first guy on the dozer. How you feeling about it, Dylan?
I'm feeling good.
How much experience on dozer you had?
I got a lot more clearing than grading, so it's a lot different.
Yeah. So what's your social media channels? You got TikTok?
Yes, sir. So we are DK Dirtworks all the way across TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you don't follow us, you should.
Check out this dozer work. We're gonna get him in action.
All right, let's see it.
All right, Jake. So does More Dirt Pro, and I'll ask Cole the same question. Is there like a dozer man guarantee? They walk out of here, they're gonna be professional dozer men?
I'm not a professional.
No, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't even claim that, but they are going to understand the basics. They're going to have the basics and the knowledge and the confidence when they walk out of here, to where if they need to go rent a dozer for a job, when they're bidding something, they'll have the confidence and the skill set and understanding to be able to bid the job, get a machine in there, and go do what they need to go and do.
This is like an introduction.
Or if they're working for a company, and they haven't been on, and the boss man goes and puts them on a dozer that day and stuff and everything, at least they'll have the basics and understanding.
They'll have a base to build off of.
They'll have a base to go.
This is a benchmark.
Yes, this is a benchmark.
Yeah.
Because we all know, doesn't matter what equipment it is, it takes thousands and thousands of hours to get really good and proficient and to really cut grade and do all that other
stuff. This is like paying to have a grandpa show you how to run a tractor. It is. It's like, hey, grandpa, simplify this down. Like, what you explained with the tractor, you were teaching me stuff. Well, I can run it, but I don't know how to work on it, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You got to know. I was always taught from the old timers and stuff when I come up was, if you're going to run it, you're going to learn how to work on it, maintain it, and take care of it.
And so one of the things that I was told when I was trying to learn a dozer, my papa was a grader man and ran a dozer. I didn't necessarily follow in his footsteps right after that, but what I did learn from him, and I've heard from other experienced dozer operators, is you learn by the seat of your pants.
Yes.
That's how you learn how to run a dozer.
And that's the main thing.
Once you can start feeling grade in your tail, you're getting there.
You can see it too. You feel it, you see it, you'll know.
They're not going to gain that in their tail today, but they're going to get a real good base for it.
Oh yeah, man. It's planting the seed forever, just like planting faith, man. Planting seed, planting dozer seed.
Let's see what Dylan's got. I missed it on camera, but as he was coming across through here, he hit the horn. And I told Brock, I said, Brock, I wish I'd been recording when he hit that horn, because I would have said, he found it, he found the horn. And what'd you say?
I said, I wonder why he's honking in the middle of a push, and realized he's like me, he doesn't know where everything's
He
at.
thought he was honking at you, didn't he?
Yeah, like I'm not that close.
This is Brock at Rock Hill Farms. Brock is, we've been talking for a while now. It's actually the first time we met was yesterday, right? So we've been talking back and forth. Has a YouTube channel, Rock Hill Farm. And so I think we're going to be together for what, the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, I'm going to be filming this guy digging a pond, so that's going to be a lot of fun for sure.
So we're here today in Indiana. Next week we're in Peachtree City, Georgia at the Sandy event. Promote Sandy. And then the next week we're going to be in Oklahoma at Doss Farms doing a pond build out there. So it's going to be pretty cool. And I think you mentioned, you told somebody, said, I hope me and Sam get along, because we're going to be together for a while.
Yeah, we're going to be roommates here, so.
We're either going to be pretty good friends or we're not going to talk anymore. So let's check out Dylan and see what he's got here. So far so good. He looks pretty comfortable in there actually. And as he's coming across that dirt pile, I think what he's having them do, and I'll have to get clarification on this, I think he's just having them push it across here and over here into a pile, or just leveling out. But there is no whoop-de-doos in that right there. He definitely knows how to work a blade coming across that pile. Jake, on this first exercise here, what are you having them do on this first?
So, right here on this first exercise, we got some dirt sloughed up right here and it's loose, and we're just having them get comfortable, familiar with the machine, the controls, how it reacts, how it moves, and give them something to push to get a feel for it, and kind of push it up into a little stockpile. So it's kind of twofold. They're learning how to build a stockpile, and then once he gets his pile and the dirt pushed in, kind of round it off for watershed and do a little track packing on it, so they understand the basics of track packing and building a little bit. Then they'll turn around and we'll have them fluff it out to where it'll act like a little bit of a fill. Right. They had a fill to be able to spread it out for the next guy to start again right there.
You're gonna get the grade rod out and check level pads?
No, we're not gonna get that fancy with it unless somebody really wants to. Yeah. So
you know, that'd be some cool training, because I get that fairly often, is how to use a grade rod, and what are you talking about when you're talking about daylighting out, and how do you use that grade rod? What are you reading on it? So that would be some good class opportunities at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We've already, I think Cole's made a video on it, and I've got a couple videos. I don't think they're out on the app yet or whatever.
Oh yeah,
but on just kind of basics on setting up a grade rod, setting up a laser, and what you got.
That'll be on More Dirt Pro?
Yes, that'll be on More Dirt Pro.
That's what we haven't talked about, is they have an app called More Dirt Pro, and it's for dirt guys.
It's not only just, right now we have a lot of dirt guys on there, but it's all for the trades. We have it. I mean, we got plumbing, HVAC on there. If we got any plumbing, HVAC guys, carpenters, and stuff like that want to jump on it too. Like,
so it's a blue collar app.
Yes, it is a blue collar app across the board. It's not just a straight dirt app.
And I noticed on there there's some forum conversation where people are talking about how to bid jobs and do all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. So you want to check out More Dirt Pro. All right, I'm here with two guys that are learning how to run a dozer. Will, do you have any experience on dozer?
A couple hours, nothing too crazy.
Ryan, what about you?
No dozer experience.
But he's asked some really good questions, what I thought was really cool. You know, they were going over the first part of this, and Ryan asked some pretty good questions, and I thought that's a guy wanting to learn. You know, that's one good thing about coming to a training event like this, is you generally meet people that they're here because they want to learn, and I think that's why you guys are here. So tell the folks who you are and where you're from and what your business is and what you plan to gain from this.
Yeah, my name is Ryan Perry. I'm from Hobart, Indiana. So the company I own is called Job Site Solutions. What we do is we fill in a lot of scope gaps for national home builders such as D.R. Horton, Lennar, Century. So, and to touch a little bit on the scope gap, so you'll have, you know, your concrete guys, your electricians, your plumbers, those kind of trades, but there's a lot of things that happen on job sites that don't necessarily fall under a certain trade, and that's where we come in. So we'll do a lot of different things. You know, we have the landscaping contract for a neighborhood. So we're doing about 30 new residential landscape installs. So the sod, hydro seed plantings. We have the mailboxes, the light posts, the door keypad installations. We have all their dewatering. If there's ever any like smaller excavation jobs where they don't want to necessarily bring out an excavation contractor, we have our own equipment where we could self-perform those things. So what we're trying to get out of this is Will, by the way, he's lead operator of mine. So we're looking to expand into getting into some more things with maybe some self-development, or even going into doing construction entrances for companies, but we're just looking to get more experience with bigger equipment, and also not just trying to get more experience, but be surrounded by people with experience. So when we have these questions, that we now have contacts that we can ask. You know, we'll understand how to bid jobs appropriately. We'll understand what we need for trucking. We can understand what we need for just any kind of regulations. There's a wealth of knowledge here, and we're glad to be a part of it and learn from everyone.
So, Will, what's your thoughts on More Dirt Pro and the fact that they put this training together? How beneficial do you think this training is that they're putting on?
Oh, I think it's very beneficial. You know, like you said on the intro, where we're going to gain the knowledge and the confidence to, when we get these jobs, we find these jobs, we're not going to be a chicken with our head cut off. You know, we're going to be able to go in and confidently bid them, confidently do them, confidently perform the job and finish the job, and then create more work and more clients and be able to do our best, you know.
Yeah. So that is the name of the game, is learning. And these guys, you can tell, but just from the conversation here, they're here to learn, and like a sponge, like my 5-year-old grandson, just a sponge that soaks up everything. So anyway, I appreciate these guys taking a few minutes here to talk to us about that. And we'll catch them on the dozer here in a little while, see what their skills are. Now we're watching a guy that's actually working here behind the scenes. This is Kobe. Kobe is More Dirt's, what do you call yourself? Videographer or cameraman? What do you call yourself?
Videographer, operator, editor, just whatever Cole tells me to do.
That's what you do.
I just do, yep.
So I found it interesting. We come in here and Kobe had his camera out, and I thought I knew that Cole had a guy that was doing his camera work for him. But you pretty much kind of jack of all trades, right? You do the filming, the editing, and if he needs a skid steer man, you jump in the skid steer.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I mean, as you see, we're just filming literally everything. Right now, we're in the process of like working on a documentary for More Dirt. So it'll be talking about how, like, what More Dirt is, what More Dirt Pro is, how it started, kind of just literally everything and anything. So right now we're just filming these guys learn how to run a dozer for the first time for a lot of these guys, and just kind of.
So what's your background? What's your training? We've
so,
already talked about golf. You're a pretty good golfer. Yeah,
I mean, growing up I played a lot of golf, and I mean, I wanted to be a YouTuber when I grew up.
Oh really? No kidding.
I was always filming myself on my phone, and I told my dad, I was like, I need a selfie stick. And if my dad was here, he would tell the story perfect. He was like, talking about how a $20 selfie stick, I needed it so bad. He went and got it for me, and just so I could hold it out a little bit farther away because we didn't have
I need a selfie stick. My arm gets tired.
I know, but luckily this has like the fisheye, so we can get a little wider. But the old phones, you couldn't get it out far enough, so I had to have the selfie stick. And he always jokes around. He was like, nowadays with equipment like this, he's like, a $20 selfie stick is not as bad as a brand new camera or anything. So, and it's just like kind of started then. I taught myself how to edit, doing my own stuff. And then it never really got anywhere, just too busy, too many hobbies. And then started playing golf, was able to go and play in college, and then kind of fell in love with taking photos first was the first thing.
Oh, really?
And then I was like, so many people take photos, I want to be different, so I started videoing people and putting together like edits of just like basic stuff, just people playing basketball, sports, whatever. And then kind of just built my brand as what it is now, and now I get to work with Cole, do stuff like this, travel all over.
What were your, so if you told your 8-year-old self, so it was 8 years old when you started to kind of YouTube?
Probably around there, yeah.
So what if you told your 8-year-old self that you'd be running heavy equipment and running a camera for a YouTube channel?
I mean,
you'd be like, kid, you're living a dream later on.
For real, yeah. I don't even know what I would tell myself.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I wouldn't change anything of what I did because I mean, I feel like, everything happens for a reason, and just I wouldn't change whatever. Just basically, I would tell myself to practice more golf, but I mean.
So you gonna be on PGA?
Yeah, that was a passion as well. But then it's just you going through college and seeing like, because we were like a NAIA like D3 kind of, and we played in some bigger tournaments, and it's like the skill gap between these guys is like it's unreal, and it's so. I was like, so now I'm trying to make a skill gap with this, so.
Yeah. All right, appreciate Kobe taking a few minutes here from stepping out from behind the camera here. So what kind of camera, so is that what you pretty much always use? Yeah, so this is a Sony A7 III. It's a mirrorless camera, and then it's just a wide angle lens. I have a longer lens as well, so like I can shoot across the field and still get super high depth stuff, but yeah, this is pretty much the everyday. I occasionally will pull my phone out and get stuff I'm in a machine, and I don't want to have this thing lugging around, so iPhone's just as good. Just people, there's a stereotype behind. Oh, really? People see the camera and they think you're more professional. Yeah. But I mean, your camera can do just as much, but this just does a little bit better. Yeah. But maybe I can talk him into moving to Tennessee and helping out on Tristar Diggin. Never know. All right, we're going to see what else we got going on here. All right, I'm here with Jesse, and Jesse's waiting his turn to go on the Dozer. Jesse, how much Dozer experience do you have?
0 hours so far on the Dozer, so it's going to be interesting.
So here's the thing about having 0 hours as a Dozer operator. I was there, and everybody here that has experience running Dozer was at one point at 0 hours.
That's very reassuring.
And I'm just thankful mine wasn't on camera. Yours will be.
Yeah, mine will
Yours will be on camera.
Hopefully everyone gets a good laugh at
So where are you from, and what are you doing now?
So I'm from upstate New York. I'm 20 years old. I started
20 years old?
20 years old.
Fantastic.
I started my LLC in March, just doing excavation stuff. So right now I'm just getting a hold of smaller jobs, driveways, pads, stuff like that, and just trying to learn. So. Yeah, so good. So you got a Cat skid steer, you said? Yep, I got a Cat 289 D3 2019.
That's what I want. Can I come use it?
You can
I have
it?
It?
Go right ahead.
So I've got a 259D, and I thought if I do upgrade, it'll be the 289 D3. Yep. The 265, the new 265 is basically equivalent to the 289.
Okay.
And but that 265 is expensive. I could probably pick up a 289 D3 with 1,000, 1,500 hours on it, a pretty good price.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, why did you come here, and what do you expect to get from this Dozer training?
So before I opened my business, I had 0 experience with excavation and anything like that.
Me too.
Yeah, I ran equipment before. I was watching Cole. I've heard him say the same thing. 0 experience. So I joined the More Dirt crew and started joining the Tuesday night meetings, the Wednesday night meetings, and really started to learn more about how to grow your business, how to run your business, and score those jobs. And the phone started ringing, and so I was like, what better thing than to come out here and learn from the best. So that's what I'm here to do. Yep.
So what do you expect to, basically, it's like we talked before, there's no chance in the world somebody's going to leave a 3-day Dozer class and be proficient or even efficient at it.
Right.
But what do you expect to gain?
I expect to gain a lot more confidence and just build relationships with these people.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to be great people here, and I'm excited to just build relationships.
Yeah. So one thing that's really cool about opportunities like this for Jesse, and we've talked about this already before on channel, we've talked about it on Brock's channel as well, is, and I'm actually Brock mentioned it, is the opportunities to learn concepts and to learn what it means to take a dozer and to make a cut, or to build a slope or do slot dozing. And there's a lot of things they're going to teach you here about the basics of how to operate a dozer, which I didn't have. I mean, I bought a dozer and I'd never even ran one.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like you learn on the fly. I had a steep learning curve and made a lot of mistakes. I'm thankful I didn't have a camera doing this.
Yeah.
So, Jesse, I appreciate it, and we'll be sure and get you on some video here in a little while.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Casey, what'd you think about that dozer?
It's awesome.
What's
Just
your
as cool as I thought it was going to be.
What's your experience level on dozer?
None. I've never. I mean, this is the closest I've ever been to one.
No kidding.
So, yeah, I've just
Even
never
sat in one.
Yeah, no, never even sat in one.
That's
so.
really cool. So you were running it, and I watched you run it. You were actually doing pretty good for
Thank
the first
you.
time. So
Thank you.
What did you gain from it? I mean, this is the first day, but
I mean, I don't know that I gained anything quite yet, but as far as like what I learned is the controls are a lot more intuitive than I expected.
Okay.
It just kind of does what you think it would do. And if you've got a little machine feel, I mean,
That's
I could see
important.
how 100 hours in the seat, you could really dial one of these things
That's
in.
important.
Yeah.
is if you've got some, and I started talking to Brock a minute ago, if you've got some skill level running equipment, it's really just learning a new piece of equipment.
For sure, yeah, yep. And there's all kind of, there's basics that kind of bleed over into everything, it seems like. So, yeah.
So where are you from and what do you do?
Washington, Indiana. My day-to-day job is I'm an instrument tech in a refinery. So work on like low voltage electronic stuff, process monitoring things. But I started doing dirt work as a business on the side back in October.
Yeah.
And
in October.
Yeah, I came into this completely green. I didn't know much of anything, and I'm just learning as I go. Yeah, yeah, and I'm just learning as I go and figuring it out. And you make mistakes and you learn how to fix them. So.
And the information that you're gaining here is valuable information, because it's something I would have loved to have had when I started. I mean, it was tough for me. I was learning about, I was self-taught. Other than, I joined YouTube University.
Yeah.
That's where I learned a lot of what I had. So,
yeah.
Hey, it's cool to meet you, and
absolutely.
wish you
Likewise.
well in your job. And your son, what's his name?
Camden's
a YouTube star, right?
He would love to be. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he likes to carry around the camera.
Films you doing
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
So.
and he films himself riding dirt bikes. And then my youngest, I got a 7-year-old as well.
Oh, yeah.
Connor, he's got the GoPro on his helmet anytime he can.
So cool.
And he's sketchy, so he gets a lot of good footage.
Yeah.
He lays on the ground a lot. So it makes for good video.
Makes for good video.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, we'll catch some more dozer work here and some more folks as they come off the dozer, or even before they go on and have to experience this. So see you in a minute. All right, Brock's on the dozer. He's getting his feel for how the controls work, and then he'll be throwing that blade on the ground here in a minute. He's pushing dirt now. It's the first time Brock's ever been in a dozer pushing dirt. That's pretty cool. I remember my first time trying to push dirt with a dozer. It was ugly. All right, and just like that, Brock has become a dozer man. We'll let him try a little bit more practice here and then bring you back. Take a look at what he's got done. All right, Brock has picked up the speed, picked up the pace, and you can tell that he's making some good smooth passes across there. He's picked up his speed a little bit, and he's learning blade control on how far to put the blade down to level it off. nice. He's getting the hang of it. We'll mess around here for a little bit longer and we'll see what's next on the agenda for the training. All right, we are taking a break here, and Nate's one of the instructors here at More Dirt Pro, and he's doing a really good job. I've been listening occasionally on the radios about the instructions that he and Jake are giving, and it's good stuff. That's key and crucial and important when you're learning a new trade or a new skill, is the ability of the person that's teaching you to communicate.
Right, and that's like the big thing me and Jake have been talking about even before then, like leading up to this. We're like, because I don't have a whole lot of teaching experience per se, but like trying to relay the message, everybody learns different. So trying to come up with examples and like comparisons for different people to get it to click in their brain.
Right.
So it's been a cool thing for me to learn. Like, I mean, I'm learning every day. So,
oh yeah, I do too.
This has definitely been a really cool experience for me.
Communication skills are important, not just when you're instructing somebody on how to run a dozer, but also if you're trying to build a business.
Right.
You got to be able to talk to your clients, customers, whatever you want to call them, when you go out to do a job. And if you have the communication skills, you can land a lot of jobs just by being able to talk to people.
Right, and that's what in my business, like I'll try to go, like if I go look at an estimate or go to an estimate, I guess, like I'll try and sit there and talk to them for 30, 45 minutes,
Sure.
an hour even. I've spent sometimes.
They appreciate that.
You build that connection with them and instills trust in them.
Yep.
They trust you to do the job versus a guy that just kind of pops in, pops out, and then you're like, well, what is that guy? What is he?
Right.
So it's definitely been a big attribute to my business for sure.
So your name is Nate.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about you.
I'm 21. I'm from Cincinnati.
21.
Yeah. Out of high school, I went to college to play baseball and was there for a couple months. And I was like, this ain't it.
That wasn't what it is.
So I started at a big commercial outfit doing underground utilities, electrical, doing a bunch of the stuff for the data centers and stuff. And I kind of was like, after I started, I was like, this is kind of what I want to do. And I was like, I want to do this on my own though. So I started doing side stuff here and there. I met Cole. It was actually funny. I met him on Snapchat because I asked him about a plate compactor. But, that's how God works. So, so then I really had no plans on going on my own anytime soon. But it was funny because I was up in Columbus working on a big data center job. And I was in the road and I took down a cable line off of a telephone pole, and they suspended me 3 days. So I called Cole. I was like, hey, you need help or whatever? So I came up here, spent 3 days helping him on a retaining wall and talking to him. I was like, he's like, you're there, like you can make the jump. So then about a month later or so, I made the jump, and I kind of told Cole, talking to Cole and Jake and all the other guys, I'm like, that's just crazy that's how God works. Like for me to hit that pole, come out there and then have the opportunities, like the work just kept flowing in. I prayed about it a lot, and it was able for me to make the jump was definitely big, because I mean, if I didn't make that jump, I'd never be able to do any of this stuff.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Right.
A mistake, an honest mistake in a job site was 3 days suspension, which turned into a career.
Exactly.
That's the way it works.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's
cool.
definitely been an adventure. It's been a quick adventure growing, More Dirt Pro.
Yeah.
I mean, we just started kicking this off in March, and here we are in August having a dozer school.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The ceilings, I mean, the sky's the limit for us. I think we're gonna grow this beyond.
And I think what's incredible about what y'all have created, More Dirt Pro, is it's 12 guys that have come together and with like-minded, faith-based, and have a desire to not only to help yourselves by creating this business, but help other people. That's crucial.
Right.
That's important. And if you got that mindset to help people, you can go a long way.
Right. Yeah. And that's like our big thing is like, we're not out here trying to get rich off this. We're not trying to retire off this. We're just genuinely want to help people.
Yeah.
And that's our big motto. We stand on that, and if we'll never veer off of that. So.
That's really cool. I'm impressed. I'm
really
impressed
cool
with what y'all have done.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I appreciate you talking.
Yep, no problem.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
It is pretty cool to be able to come out to an event like this and see the training that's going on here, and these guys are doing an outstanding job with this training. And one thing that's really cool about being out to come out here is I can still keep up with my business at home, and I do that with Jobber. Jobber is an all-in-one business app. It's not just for excavation, it's for any service industry that you can help track your business. It's really cool that you can, I could sit here, I could take a telephone call from one of my contractors that I work for. He could walk me through the project. I would open up Jobber, I'd click him as a client, he'd walk me through the project. If he needed a basement dug or a pond built or whatever the case may be. He walked me through it. I could put that in there. It actually has an AI function to it that I could just put notes in it, and it will put that together into something that's really presentable and professional looking. And then after I review it and look at it, put the prices in there, good prices, then I can email that to him or send it to him in text message. I generally use text. I send that to him in text message. He looks at it, see if there's any changes or reviews that he wanted to make to it, and then he can actually sign off on it on his phone, send it back to me, and then I can schedule his job. Jobber will absolutely help you put your business together and maintain it to where it is easy to do. You can do it from anywhere you have cell phone service. Really cool. Check out Jobber. Get a 14-day free trial with a link that I'm going to give you in the description, and then you also get a discount on the whatever subscription plan you decide to purchase there. Check it out. It'll really help you put your business together. A little bit of update here. Brock is finishing up, and I'm telling you right now, he's done the last pass he made through there. You can put a grade rod on that one. That is really good. So he's got a good feel for the Dozer, and we'll talk to him about that a little bit, what he thinks about it. But for now, I've got to take the Dozer and pile this stuff up like a dump truck dumped it, and they're going to come up with another plan, another idea here. I think they're going to try to build a little road with crown on both sides, so that'll be interesting to watch as well. They're working on now is kind of simulate building a driveway, and they've got that big pile of dirt that I had piled up, and what they're doing is spreading that out as far as they can with what material they have, and then they're putting a slope on it or crown on both sides of it, and just kind of simulating building a road. And then on one side or the other, they're having them kind of simulate cutting in a ditch with the Dozer blade. So really kind of a hard project, I would say, for folks that are just trying to learn how to run Dozer, but they have done a very good job of learning how to do it. Brock, how was it when you was in that Dozer?
Like a monkey with a football. I scored a couple touchdowns, but it didn't feel like my sport. You know?
You're studying this road build project right now.
Yeah, man, I thought it looked impossible, then he made it look easy. We'll see what happens in a minute when I get in there.
He's doing a good job. We were all sitting over there in the shade, and I saw Brock over here at the end of the runway, and I was like, Brock's studying. It looks good.
Yeah, I'm gonna record myself doing it. You don't normally record those first attempts, and I'm doing it. So
you're gonna put on the bravery and do it. Yeah. All right, we'll be watching for it. All right, as I'm walking up the hill here, I can say it's been a great day. Good opportunities for guys to learn. And what was really interesting, there, a little round table after the Dozer training was over, people talking about their experiences and what they learned today. Some of them were just excited about the opportunity that they actually, day one, got to push dirt and move dirt around with a Dozer. And even heard some folks say, I'm gonna feel a lot more comfortable running a Dozer than I thought I would at the end of day one. That's gonna do it for today. I'll do another video tomorrow, so God bless, and I appreciate you watching. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video there, that Dozer training, and I want to tell you those guys are outstanding. The More Dirt Pro group is just an incredible group of guys that will help you with your business, any blue collar business. They're out to help and to encourage and to strengthen, not only in work, but also spiritually. You know, their motto was God first, family second, and work third, and they mean that, and that's important to them. And what I want to talk about in today's message is just exactly that. And I find that in Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. And it says this, as iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. That's talking about the encouragement and strengthening and support one another. And I think it's really important that we do that spiritually, first of all, is encourage one another in the Lord so that we share our experiences in our life, and the way that God is working in our life can be a help and a benefit in the life of somebody else. And I saw that in this group. I heard conversations talking about the Lord and how they put God first in their life and in their businesses. That is crucial, really important. You know, one guy is actually telling me about his wife had a study Bible and how she was taking notes in her study Bible, and how that she was reading the Bible to the kids, and how the kids were just eating it up and enjoying it. You know, that's really encouraging to me to see young families like that taking seriously the Word of God and placing it first and foremost in their life and in their family. And when the Scripture talks about the countenance of his friend, that's talking about the outward expression, which is expressing the inner joy and the peace that a person has. So what we see on the outside of a person, the countenance of a person, is generally what's going on the inside. Now, I know that can be faked, and I know people are struggling. I know people are having a hard time. That's all the more reason that we should be working, as the Scripture would say, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens the countenance of a friend. We have a responsibility. I think we have an obligation, honestly, as men, as Christians, as believers in Jesus Christ, to lift one another up and encourage. Not just simply a pat on the back, but an encouragement from the Lord. That's what I hope and desire for this video and for this message, is that it be an encouragement to you. Most of all, to encourage you to know Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. That is the most important decision you can ever make in your life, is to trust in Him. And because you do that, because you place God first and foremost in your life, and Jesus is your Lord and your Savior, then you can be that in the life of other people. You can be that strength in the time of need in somebody else's life. I know that I've benefited from that in my lifetime, and I certainly want to be a vessel. I want to be used by God to be that in the life of somebody else. Encourage you to do the same. It's very fulfilling, and it honors God when we do that. God bless you, and I appreciate you watching.